The lights go out, a good start there from all on the front row. In fact, Marc Marquez didn't get away too bad. Petrucci got away well on the Ducati, but Alex Rins is going to take the lead ahead of his teammate, Joan Mir, into turn one.
Suzuki first and second. Vinales out of the seat on the factory Yamaha through the first corner. He gathered it all back up. Quattararo has been pushed back to fourth place. Petrucci got away well. Nakagami trying to ride around the outside of the Italian, but it's Suzuki first and second. Quattararo pounces straight away on Vinales. Third place for the Frenchman.
Marc Marquez is in fifth place, the world champion, and he's followed by the two Ducatis. That's a really good start from Danilo Petrucci and Dovizioso.
How good is that Ducati whole shot device? They get such a lightning launch off the line. So Marquez loses one place off the line. Oh, he's brilliant. Ruthless up the inside of Vinales coming into turn 6 and 7. He ran a little bit wide though, running hot. Vinales finds a way straight back through.
And his old foe Dovizioso is now planted right behind him. He's saying, Mark, I'm coming for you. At the front though, it's factory Suzukis. They've not had a win here since 1993. Good move that from Petrucci. Just lost the place to Nakagami. He takes it back again.
Petrucci tussling it out early doors of attacking Nakagami. So the dream start for the Hamamatsu factory Suzuki. Rins leads the way just where he wanted to be, starting from the front row for the second time in his MotoGP career. Mir had a brilliant launch off the line, fifth up into second place.
Fabio Quattararo has his eyes now set on fellow rookie Joan Mir as we go into the Timon chicane. But at the end of lap one, the Texas race winner leads across the line. Alex Rins in charge. There's Rossi. He's not made any headway at the moment. He's still in 14th.
Poor first lap for Crutchlow, started 6th, he's lost 4 places, down in 10th place is the British rider. Rossi scooped up 1 place in 13th position. Vinales at the moment can't find a way back through on Fabio Quattararo.
Marc Marquez just inching closer there to the tail of Maverick Vinales as we now go into turn 5. The Ducatis of Dovizioso and Petrucci not quite able in the early stages to keep up with this pace.
It was a big moment for Vinales as he came out of the first corner. Lost momentum, that's what allowed Quattararo to come on through. The top 5 have already got a bit of a gap back to Dovizioso. Brilliant first lap though by the Italian, 11th to 6th. Best he could have hoped for to have picked up 5 places.
Maverick Vinales there thought about a move on fellow Yamaha rider Fabio Quattararo. There's Dovizioso. He's in 6th, but he's already about 4 tenths down on Marc Marquez now. On board with Maverick Vinales, number 12. He's in 4th, and he makes a move. No, can't quite do it into the double right-handers.
So still Alex Rins looking really slick, really comfortable at the head of this race. Joan Mir, his teammate at the moment, making no significant inroads, not getting close enough to show him a wheel so far. Vinales is trying to line up a move in this fat 4 sector. Can he get close enough to Quattararo to have a look at the inside at the Timor chicane? We're on board with Vinales. No, he won't be close enough to strike this time around. Marquez though does. Marquez strikes on Vinales. That's ruthless, merciless Marquez into the Timor chicane. He takes 4th place from his fellow Spaniard.
Joan Mir doing an excellent job as playing wingman here to Alex Rins, his teammate. Quattararo's desperate to find a way through to have a bite, but he can't make it. Now into sector 1, Maverick Vinales, can he bite back at Marc Marquez?
Well, we were looking from the camera facing forward from Vinales to Quattararo. Quattararo's trying to find a way up the inside of Mir into the 4th corner. He made that move, but then Mir had the inside line to Struve, and they're side by side going through Vinschlag for the third time of asking. Fastest one on track last time around was Mir.
Battle of the rookies, Mir versus Quattararo. Of course, the Yamaha losers out on speed there. Rins has gone for that soft rear as well as Joan Mir, and so has Marc Marquez. Vinales has gone through.
As he ran wide, that was Steckenball. Is that going to allow Marquez back through? No, he did make it stick at Steckenball. Oh, Rins is down!
No
Rins
way.
has blown it! He's out of the lead at the bolt!
Can you believe it? Alex Rins then, what an opportunity scored. He is down in the early stages of the race.
Oh, what a massive blow for his championship. Alex Rins, a rare blunder. He's got the famous Dutch tulips on the helmet, not a tiptoe through the tulips, it's a tiptoe through the gravel for Rins. What a disaster there.
Mir's wide, it's a rookie 1-2. Quattararo leads.
What a shocking 30 seconds for the factory Suzuki team. Rins out of the lead at the bolt. Mir was 2nd. He's now dropped back down to 4th place. Nightmare spell for Suzuki.
Across the line we go, fastest lap to Viñales, he's in second. The Ducati of Dovizioso, whatever they found in morning warm-up, it's working here in the early stages.
You cannot be making these kind of blunders when you're racing Marc Marquez, who's so consistent. Alex Rins, shocking moment for him. Here's Mir, well wide, coming into turn number 15. Quartararo didn't even have to fight for that one, and Fabio Quartararo now leads the Dutch TT, a Yamaha 1-2. We've seen that so often this year. Dovizioso used the power of the Ducati through Weinschlang. He just moves effortlessly on through on Joan Mir.
Good start to the race for Dovizioso. He couldn't have asked for a better start, really. Let's remember, he started way back in 11th on the grid, and that's wide for Viñales. He allows Marc Marquez through, and Marquez just continues to plough through the field, not because he's overtaking people, because people just keep on making mistakes in front of him.
Well, just tripping over themselves. Alex Rins, what a time to have your first DNF in almost 1 year. His last non-finish was the Sachsenring 1 year ago. Joan Mir tries to find a way back through on Andrea Dovizioso, but there's no way through. Dovizioso keeps the door slammed shut.
A bit further back, Petrucci's there in 6th ahead of Morbidelli, then it's Crutchlow, Nakagami, Miller and Rossi. Zarco's up into 12th ahead of his teammate Paul Espargaro. But back at the front, it's Quartararo who leads from Marc Marquez after that mistake from number 12, Maverick Viñales.
Fastest man on the last lap was Viñales, a 33.881. He was the only man in the 33s on that lap. Now though, Quartararo and Marquez, they've dipped into the 33s. Quickest man on the circuit is the world champion, a 33.712, about a 1/10 of a second quicker than Fabio Quartararo, just ahead of him on the road.
Marc Marquez exactly where he wants to be. Now he's going to try and apply pressure to the younger generation up ahead. Mick Doohan looking on. Legend who knows exactly what it's like out there. He said
it's off, but Viñales has dragged him down to a 33.9, so he's not giving it up. Morbidelli's got Crutchlow for 7th place.
This is the gap at the front. Doesn't look that big, does it? But Maverick Viñales again, half a second up through sector 1. It's sector 3 and 4 where he's doing the most damage. He's got to remain mistake-free now, Maverick Viñales. He's made 3 or 4 big ones in this race. They've been costly. He can't afford to make another one. The gap's come down to 4/10 in sector 2. He's got a nail this 3rd and 4th sector. If he can get the gap up to 7 or 8/10, maybe Marquez would say enough is enough. But while it's at half a second, there's no way he's giving it up.
He'll be getting the message on the dash. He'll be thinking, come on, that pesky Marquez. Give me a break. Just leave me. Let me have this win. First win since Australia. Phillip Island last year for Maverick Viñales. How much time has he been able to stretch away in the 4th sector? We'll find out very shortly. He took 2/10 out of Marquez in the 3rd sector. 4th sector is where this man has reigned supreme all weekend, as has the factory Yamaha. What's the gap over the line? 4 to go here. Viñales still in the 33s, and the gap is just under 6/10 of a second.
Fabio Quartararo on for another podium here. This is the gap further back, and the 2 Ducatis have gone past Joan Mir, so Dovizioso then now into 4th. Oh, a bit of a wobble at the front end there for Morbidelli.
Yeah, Cal Crutchlow's ran out of steam. Well, he's made another big mistake. Crutchlow last time around was in the 137. You've got to imagine it was probably a mistake from the British rider. Yeah, we're going to get a look at it. Backs into the first corner on the previous lap. That's why Cal Crutchlow did a 137.2. And you've got to feel that any hopes he had of clawing his way into the top 6, they've all gone.
Ducati look on. They know the best they can hope for here is a 4th place. And Petrucci has got so much more speed than Dovizioso. We almost passed him around the outside.
Looked like Dobby was on a Moto2 bike there. He was going so slow.
In the meantime, the gap at the front is still half a second between Viñales and Marc Marquez.
Oh, that's tight between Petrucci and Dovizioso at the bolt. Danilo Petrucci's about to be confirmed as Andrea Dovizioso's teammate in 2020. He will not want to be making any silly moves. He will be wiping out his teammate in this race. Of course, you don't want to keep the Ducati down as well, Steve. I mean, we know how phenomenal Marc Marquez is in the Sachsenringers. Petrucci moves his way through that Hoga hide on Dovizioso. Dovizioso's just got no corner speed. He's got no side grip at all on that Ducati.
Morbidelli's going to eat these lot up. He's got so much better pace than all of them.
As good as Marc Marquez is in the Sachsenring next weekend, Ducati really suffer around that tight and twisty Sachsenring circuit, so there may well be a bit more damage limitation going on next weekend for the Ducati boys in the Sachsenring. We saw there a moment for Trucci going into the first corner.
There's 3 laps to go here in Assen. Vinales has got 3/4 of a second now in his back pocket over Marquez. Further back, this is Jack Miller, struggled a bit. He's in 9th place. He's ahead of Andrea Iannone. He's on for his first ever top 10 with Aprilia.
Yeah, that'd be an awesome job. Awesome job. Only his second top 10 in 13 this would be for Andrea Iannone.
Battered and bruised. Paul Espargaro is just up behind him. Then you've got Bagnaia. Cyrene is in 13th. That's impressive from the Malaysian.
Yeah, it's been a tough race for Jack Miller. He's 22.5 seconds behind the race leader Maverick Vinales. So Jack Miller's been a second a lap off the pace in this race. Not what we expected from him. Now then,
a bit of a slide there from the rear end of Maverick Vinales. He's got a second lead now though, and surely now, finally, he calls it off. Marc Marquez.
Pin has been well and truly pulled for Vinales.
He's been exceptional this weekend so far. Just getting some good news coming through from pit lanes. Taki Nakagami's crew chief has said the rider is okay after an incident that we're going to have to analyse later between Valentino Rossi and Nakagami that saw the pair of them down and out. You're looking at the battle for 4th place with 2 laps to go. Dobby desperately needs those 13 points.
He really does. Everybody behind Vinales and Marquez have dropped, well, their pace has dropped off a cliff. They're all in 35s. Vinales, 34.0. Put a motorcycle underneath this young man that gives him comfort and confidence. We saw at the start of his Yamaha career in 2017 when he had that blistering start, 3 wins in his first 5 races on the Yamaha M1. There's been some barren days since then, but give him a competitive motorcycle, and this is what he can do. The Top Gun's been firing on all cylinders today.
I have to say this is great to see Fabio get another podium, although we'll get a good chat to him about what happened in the early stage of that race. I think he's just run out of steam.
Something's happened to Mia.
Yeah, he's had a big moment there. Look, his tyres just all over the place. He just can't keep up with the pace. Wobbles here, wobbles there. The wind has caused some huge problems for riders here today. But I have to say, this is probably going to rank as one of Maverick Vinales' best wins, because he's been exceptional all weekend. He's come back after the disappointment of Catalunya, but more importantly, he's raced the best man in the world right now, and he's going to beat him if things stay the way they are, and if, crucially, he doesn't make a mistake on this final lap of the Dutch TT.
But what has Marc Marquez done yet again? He's going to be on that podium. The sequence rolls on, and he's going to be in that top 2. Yet again, his last 12 finishes in the MotoGP World Championship, he's not finished lower than second. Make that 13 on the spin, and his championship lead is going to look very healthy heading to his beloved Sachsenring.
Yeah, as things stand with Dovizioso in 4th, it would be a 44-point lead Marquez would take into Germany. But the headlines will belong to Top Gun if things stay this way. From free practice 1 onwards, his pace has been outstanding. His philosophy, his state of mind, he's been laughing and joking, and he has delivered. And from Catalunya onwards, let's not forget he made a really good start in Catalunya until it got all wrong. But he's a new man, and Yamaha look like they're going to get their first win, finally, of 2019.
Yeah, he was victorious here in the 125cc race back in 2011. He won Moto3 a year later in 2012. A couple of podiums in Moto2 as well, but here we go. Maverick's got his mojo back.
Into the final sector for the rocket for Top Gun. Phillip Island seems like quite a long time ago now as we enter the final sector, just the chicane to deal with. Marquez might be in charge of the championship, but Mack is back in town. He wins here in Assen. Number 12 takes the Dutch TT, and what a crucial 20 points for the world champion Marc Marquez.
Cameras to take us to the Parc Fermé to meet the stars of the race. Let's take a quick... We're back from Parc Fermé, where the 3rd place finisher has also just arrived. We are picking up again live from the track where the first 3 riders